No more glory. She's been sitting in the garage, waiting for the opportunity to get out and show her stuff. And today's the day. We're gonna head out for a little bit of a spin around town. Nothing crazy. But thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. Arigato. Thank you, guys. Somebody just said kakui. That means cool when they rode by and saw the bike. I don't know if they're talking about me or the motorcycle, but what do you guys think of my new look? Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you for the gas money. With gas prices going up, we can definitely use the help, so thank you. Yeah, it's so hot in Tokyo today. It's smoking hot. It's every day this week. It's about 34 degrees, which is hot. That's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Hey, Jason, Carrie, hi guys. So I'm going to get out on the road, buzz around town a little bit, and I just put on the original exhaust pipes for the Triumph. So we have reverted to the original pipes because I had to pass the vehicle inspection, and to pass vehicle inspection in Japan, they're very strict. So I always swap out the stock pipes with the custom pipes. I put them back on, put the original ones back on so I can pass the inspection, and then put the other ones back on. But this time I decided to just kind of stick with the original ones. The chrome, I like the length of them. I like the, it's a nice balance to the bike. What do you think? The other ones are kind of a brushed aluminum, and they're much shorter, way cooler sounding. But yeah, so we went with the stock ones for now. So you'll probably notice a difference when we're riding. It's not as loud and obnoxious or as cool, but nonetheless, here's the tank. For those of you who are new that haven't seen the tank yet, this is the airbrush tank, custom obviously for the bike. Hey there, welcome everybody. Yeah, thanks Jason, isn't that cool? I'm really pleased how that turned out. So, Botticelli is the theme, and we swapped out some iconic Japanese characters. There you go. All right, let's get on the road, guys. Just give me a second. I got to put the helmet on and get the camera in the helmet, and we will be ready to roll. So bear with me. All right, hold tight. If you get motion sickness, there are bags under the seat. Here we go. Just a moment. All right, we are getting everything on. Switch this around. All right, here we go. Make sure that's facing forward. There we go. Very good. Okay. I'm fastening you into the helmet. Got to get that sink down nice and tight. All right.
Give me a moment, kids. Be right with you. There's some kind of foam and stuff I put in here to make it nice and steady so you're not bouncing all over the place. In theory. Now watch, as soon as we get on the road, it'll overheat. But that's the risk we take when we live stream. All right, putting in the microphone now. All right. Okay, the helmet is on. And we are just about ready to go, kids. Just gonna get buckled in. All right. So how's everybody doing? Everybody having a good start of the week? I hope. All right. See how much quieter that is? Now we don't want to be stuck behind these buses, so we're going to let them pass. All right, here we go. So we're heading in the direction of Ikebukuro now, which is northern Tokyo. There's a policeman. Right back there on that corner, there's a relatively main street that runs up to a temple. And my son's school is down in that area. And they sent out an announcement, an emergency announcement to all the families. Somebody, some freak, phoned in a murder threat, which is good for my podcast, but bad for the kids. So there's been a lot of police presence there for the past week or so. But the guy was like well, I don't know if they know it's a man or a woman, but we can assume it was a guy. But he was very explicit. Midnight tonight, on such and such a street, there's going to be a murder. And yeah, never a good thing. You don't want to have your kids exposed to something like that. But so far so good. There's not been any violence. But you have to take threats like that seriously. So this is right here. This is Junanago. It's Hakusan Dori, and that street runs all the way down to Tokyo Dome. So if you go down that street, it takes you into Tokyo Dome and Suidobashi, Jimbocho. Keep on going straight, and you run right into Kokyo, which is the Imperial Palace. And then it kind of curves around. It becomes Shibuya Dori, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Shibuya Dori. All right, here we go. So yeah, about a week and a half ago or so, I had Shaken, which is the vehicle inspection and I pay a guy to do it for me because it's such a pain in the butt if you do it yourself. Or if you have a dealer do it, it's like $1,000. It's crazy. They put it on a truck. They won't ride it, but they'll put it on a flatbed truck, take it to the inspection center, and get it passed through. But in Japan, the restrictions, the rules are so strict. They check everything. Even if there's a missing bolt, you will not pass. And on a motorcycle, there has to be I guess if it's been customized, the tail has been shortened, which I shortened the tail on this. There has to be a tandem belt on the seat so somebody can grasp onto a belt when they ride with you. So this guy, he's such a pro. He has all these little tricks for passing the inspection. So he had some red tape that acted as a red reflector. So there's an extra reflector that has to be on the back of the bike. This does not have it, so he just puts a piece of red tape there. And the guys are cool with it, inspection guys. But yeah, super strict about all things related to passing this exhaust, lighting things, and it's really stressful if you're doing it yourself and you don't know the tricks to passing. So I just let him do it. But he came back and he was a little bit grizzed because there are several things that he had to spend extra time to adjust it, like the headlight and other malarkey. So, hello, Jenny, or Yenny. Is this still going? Are you guys still there with me? Oh, here we go. Oh, shoot. Gotta go. It looks like it's still running, but so I have not set any route itinerary. We're just kind of out to enjoy the ride. Actually, the breeze is relatively cool still, so that's nice. Over here on the right, you can see that giant chimney. That is the incineration plant. Where they burn all of their garbage. So we do recycle here, or we separate the garbage into glass, tin, things like that. But they end up burning everything. Except, well, I think they of course recycle the glass and the metal, but everything else is just thrown into a giant incinerator. But the cool thing is all the ash is used to make concrete. So they got that going for them. What I think we'll do is we're going to go straight ahead into Ikebukuro, and we'll kind of boogie around that area. If you're just tuning in, we are on my motorcycle. We're going through Ikebukuro here in Tokyo. And there is a chance that this phone will overheat because it is really hot out today. So if suddenly things get really wonky and I vaporize, you'll know what happened. So basically I have rigged up a mount on the front of my helmet that I put my iPhone 12 in. So it's not a gimbal. So if there's any sort of bouncing around and stuff, that's why. But this is just about as good as we can get. I've tried to do it with the GoPro and it's just not reliable. This is Ikebukuro, one of the many department stores over here on the right, Seibu and Parco, actually two of them. So coming up in just over a month, John Dobb and I will be doing a motorcycle tour in Hokkaido. So we'd love for you guys to come along. Details on that, we're still working out the details. But that's coming. And it should be an epic trip. We've basically got our itinerary sorted out. The main route, where we'll be staying for the nights, and stuff like that. But exactly what we're going to see, we have not. Hey, Steve. Welcome, Stevie. Yeah, Rez. No, I did not bring the. I didn't bring the TV remote. That was a long time ago, but I still have to do that with my son. He occasionally gets in trouble because he's watching too much TV and stuff. Hey, Aaron. Thank you. Please spread the word. Tell all your friends about the Homicide Inc. podcast. It's a slow grow. I've been at it for a year and a half now, but I enjoy it, and I'm glad you do too. Homicide Inc. is my true crime podcast. Weekly podcast. We investigate true crime, vintage and modern true crime. And I like to think we're different. There's so many true crime podcasts. Watch it, guy. Many true crime podcasts. But I think I bring something different to the genre. Being a professional narrator, I know how to tell a story. And I hope that's what people are getting out of it. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for tuning into that. The link is in the description of this, I believe. There's been some minor changes, but I will update that link. Homicide Inc. is on Apple Podcasts. And if you do listen to the podcast, I please ask you to rate and review it, because that's how things grow with podcasts. And our podcast is way down the list, like 200 and something, and that's ridiculous. I listen to some of those other podcasts and I'm just appalled that they are high up in the rankings, and it's all about getting the word out, and I appreciate your help with that. All right. Dead ahead is Shinjuku. I think what we might do is kind of a twisty loop through. We'll go through Shinjuku and up into Harajuku. How about that? Any objections? John and I got a sponsor for some headsets inside our helmets, so we'll be able to communicate. And I've been working out a way to record those conversations. So that's going to be a slick part of our YouTube videos that we're making in Hokkaido. And we'll be able to communicate. You guys can hear our communication, and it's going to be a blast. I'm really excited about this. So hey Jesse, welcome. Gara 7, Iken, hello guys, everybody. I'm just kind of panning back here. Jonathan, greetings. See this truck ahead of us? This is one of the Gomi vehicles, garbage vehicle right here. To get rid of your large garbage, you have to go to the convenience store and get a special sticker. And you call ahead of time and tell them the address and what you're throwing away, and they tell you what sticker you have to get. And you pay for the stickers, you put them on the item that you're chucking, and then they come pick it up. But yeah, it's a hassle getting rid of your garbage. There's some guys that go by in trucks. Oh shoot, I just stalled the bike. Some guys that go by in a truck with a loudspeaker system saying that they will pick up your garbage, and that's kind of a rip-off. It's like, you know, you're giving them an old turntable or something, and they charge you 5,000 yen or something to take it, and then they go and sell it. I want justice. See anything you guys like on the road yet? Besides a lot of cars and taxis and garbage trucks. So dead ahead is Shinjuku. Probably the largest train station in the world as far as bodies going through it on any given day. Hey, please give us a thumbs up for this live stream. By the way, guys, I think tomorrow I'm going to go in the car to the Kamakura area. Kamakura is the medieval Japan political center. It's on the coast. It's beautiful. There's dozens of temples and things there. But I think I'm going to stop in the town of Hase, which is a couple train stations down from Kamakura. And we will do kind of a walking tour around there tomorrow and go to the beach, go to the ocean. So I'll update you on that, but plan on that tomorrow if schedule allows. I'm pretty sure it will. This man here at the bus station using his sensu, that's a Japanese fan. It makes no sense having a sensor. It's a garbage truck. Stay right where you are. Stay right where, thank you. Here's one of the McDonald's delivery bikes. A lot of them are electric. This one, I can't tell if that's electric or not. Yeah, he's going into McDonald's. Yeah, it's an electric one. Thank you, Scotty. Arigato so much. Appreciate that. Get up to a light here, I can read it. Okay, we're cruising into Shinjuku. One other benefit of having these stock tapes is it's just more of a comfortable ride. Old man, it's loud. That loud pipe, pipes. You really need like earplugs for a more comfortable ride. I love the sound of it, but man, after a lengthy ride, you're like, whew. It's all about comfort when you turn 40 years old, plus a few years. Yeah, Shinjuku is a huge area. We've been in Shinjuku for a while now. And we're going to kind of arc off to the right and head towards, oh, here comes a light. We got to stop here. Scotty writes, howdy, my buddy of Mr. Dobb. Happy cruising. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you so much. Linda, for your gas money, and thanks, guys. Yesterday I was went to Hiro for a job, and I was on the expressway, and it's kind of a dodgy curve in this expressway, and I've often thought that it's dangerous, and there's no speed cameras on that little stretch, so a lot of times guys with these sports cars go ripping through there. Well, sure enough, yesterday I came around the bend and there's a car sitting there with its whole back end caved in, and it had just happened because the guy was still in the car and two other cars stopped ahead of him, but they had no damage. And I was just baffled. I was like, how the hell did this guy's ass end get munched like that? Well, as I kept going down the road and got to my exit, just in front of the exit, this beautiful robin egg blue Porsche 911, its front end was totally like an accordion. So he had limped further down the expressway and then stopped at the exit entrance. I don't know why he didn't just keep on going. But yeah, well, they say in Japan, when you get in an accident, you're supposed to stay right there, and call the police. No matter how minor it is or major, you call the police. So you screw up all the traffic and wait for the police to come, and all right, we're gonna kind of go off to the side here a little bit because we can. This is Shinjuku, the main part of Shinjuku now. This company here you see is Hoshizaki. That is a maker of refrigerators and kitchen equipment here in Japan. And man, they have a huge market share. Whenever you go to a restaurant or a bar, almost everybody has a Hoshizaki refrigerator. So if you're looking for stock tips, I'm not a financial advisor, but that'd be a pretty good bet, especially with global warming, colder refrigerators. Over here on the right is Isetan, massive department store here in Tokyo. Shinjuku Station, the main station, is off here to the right. Dead ahead is Harajuku. Takashimaya Times Square, another big department store over there. Some H&M. I'm having a hard time sounding tough with these stock pipes on this thing now. Can't rev it up and make people move out of the way. They just kind of laugh at you. This is Takashimaya here in Shinjuku. Shoot. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of Mercedes here. The G-Wagons are everywhere. And those are like 200 grand a pop or more for a brand new one. Zillions of those here in Tokyo. Gas hogs. Who'd want it? Oh, the breeze feels great. Look at this little guy on the electric scooter here. That's kind of fun. What is that? What's really big here now, I like that. Compact, looks like it folds up too. What's really big here now is a hybrid bike electric thing that's called a Mate, M-A-T-E. And tons of them now around town, and they move. They have pedals. You still pedal them like a bicycle, but they're electric assisted, and you can also kind of buy an accelerator for it, so you don't do any pedaling at all. But supposedly that's illegal. But you see that often. But perfect for getting around Tokyo. You don't need a big bike here at all. Even a 50cc is doable, but my smallest is 300, the Vespa, and that's perfect for getting on the expressway, riding around town. Technically, you need a 125cc, I believe, to ride on the expressways here, and that's plenty. 125cc, you can get some good speed. We'll be making our way to Harajuku pretty soon here. Actually, I'm going to try to go around these vehicles, give you guys a better view. Has anybody seen the new Top Gun? I haven't yet, but I've heard lots of great things about it. Yamato saw it. Good. Jeez. Yeah, I'll have to go while it's still in the theaters. I think it would be a waste to see it like on Netflix on a small TV. You got to be in the big quadraphonic surround sound Dolby theater for that. Out of curiosity, has the signal been holding, not buffering or anything? Can somebody confirm? Yeah, Matt, I'm on the Bonneville. There's the tank. If you're just joining, we're in Tokyo. We're near Harajuku now. Just kind of bombing around aimlessly. But I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are too. Wait a minute. Thank you, sir. Somebody sent in a chat. Thank you so much. I will see that in a moment. This is Harajuku Station right over here. Yeah, we're on Ramses. Hey, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will get that. Ooh. Right, here we go. Yeah, we're on Sexy AF right now. People often ask, what does the AF mean? Well, it means what you want it to mean. For me, it means always fresh. Sexy, always fresh. Harajuku. This is a fun area. So many characters here. As you can see on our left, a lot of cosplay people and rockabilly guys. Always a good time in Harajuku. Wow. I wish you guys could smell this right now. The entire street smells like perfume or cologne. Must be from one of these shops here. That reminds me of a trip I took to France many, many years ago. I went to Cannes and Monaco. Believe it or not, I stayed in a youth hostel in both places. They had youth hostels there. But I rented a scooter with a friend named Mike Rowe. He was a new friend that I met on the trip. Australian guy. He was a riot. And we rented these scooters and rode up above Monaco in the hills. And you remember that movie with Grace Kelly and Cary Grant, where they're kind of driving around to, what is it, to catch a thief, or I forget the title of it. Somebody help me out here. But we were riding up in the hills, on the same hill that she wiped out in and died, these winding switchbacks, and went to this town called Grasse. And it's where they make perfume. And the whole town, it just had this most incredible bouquet of flowers, a floral smell. It was incredible. And he ended up buying some perfume or some cologne called Jeff. I have no idea what the logic was of naming it Jeff. I mean, nothing wrong with the name Jeff, but it just seemed like kind of like Peter. It's kind of a weird name for perfume or cologne. No offense to you Jeffs out there. None whatsoever. The weather is fantastic here. It's hot. It's going to be 34 today. Whenever you look at the weather map, or not map, but like the weather app, it shows a bright red sun. Usually it's just a yellow sun, but when it's bright red, you know you're in trouble. I'm going to try to cut in here. This is, we're near Omotesando. So Omotesando is here, and back behind us is Harajuku. So this is the main street running between the two, loaded with shops that John Daub has never stepped foot in and probably never will. Givenchy, Gucci, Prada, Lowe. Oh, there's a Uniqlo. Okay, yeah, he's been in there. Yeah, PVG cologne. I could see that selling. What would the aroma be? I actually bought, there was a kind of a gag Burger King cologne here several years ago, and I bought a bottle of it. It was a Whopper smell cologne. I'm not making this up. It smells like a friggin' Whopper when you spray it on. Hey Ray, aloha. No, Yamato, the tsuyu I think is done. I think we managed to have a short tsuyu. Sometimes it works out that way. We have sometimes it's rainy all the time, and other times you just have some rain and then things heat up, and we have heated up. I think there's going to be some rain later, like a week later or something. But right now, every day it's smoking hot. And I hope this light changes. Because this helmet, being black in the direct sun, is baking my brains. Oh, here we go. Now, we're probably not going to make this light, though, because there's too many cars. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please, 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 please. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. We did it, guys. Nice. Okay. So, dead ahead is Shibuya. Maybe what we'll do, because we're always going to Shibuya, I think we're going to take a little different route. The route less taken. I'm not quite sure what's down this way, but we'll find out. Yeah, I think we'll go left here. Okay, yeah, this is going to take us by Roppongi. And then we'll kind of breeze past Roppongi, and then I think I'll turn you guys loose. Yeah, it's always traffic hour. Unless it's, this is actually pretty light, believe it or not. I'm just looking back here. Oh, Devon Gom. Yeah. So we'll go this way. Here we go. Dead ahead is Roppongi. So, some of you may have seen the Airbnb that I stayed at. Some days ago, I went to Chiba, drove there just on a whim, and stayed at a really nice, inexpensive. Look at this Bentley SUV. Isn't that color awesome? I love that color. Beautiful. It's a big car. Oh, and there's a Ferrari in front of. Duh. Didn't even notice the Ferrari. A 430 Ferrari right there. Making a lot of racket. But yeah, I stayed at this Airbnb, and the owners are a couple, a Japanese lady and a guy from Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic, I guess. But he's kind of a man's man. He's a hunter, and in that area, there's a lot of they call them kyon. Kyon is like a miniature deer. but it's become kind of an epidemic because there's too many of them. So the government, the city, pays hunters to trap them, to like pest control basically. So he threw one on the Barbie. It was quite good. And they also have a lot of inoshishi. Inoshishi is a wild boar. And I'm telling you, oh man, that was the best katsu. It's like breaded pork, like tonkatsu is breaded pork. It was the best I've ever had, and I love that stuff. I have it often. So good. Here's the Bentley again and the Ferrari. Would you want that? I wouldn't. So wild boar, if you ever have a chance, come to Japan, go to Chiba. Look for wild boar meat. It was fantastic. It wasn't gamey like you would expect or tough. This was kind of from the thigh, I think, or the back, the lower back maybe. So tender, so delicious. All right, we're making our way into Roppongi. Get past this guy. We're just going to pass into the what side would this be? The western part of Roppongi and turn to the right down into Azabu-Juban, and I think that will be our terminus point. Or we could go all the way to if you guys give me thumbs up, I'll take you to Tokyo Tower, and that's where we'll wrap things up. But I gotta see some more thumbs up. I gotta. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And you have to listen to the Homicide Inc. True Crime podcast. That link is in the description. That's my weekly true crime podcast, Homicide Inc. Please check it out. And if you leave a review of the podcast, I will give you a shout out on the podcast. Send me a screenshot of your review and I will mention you in the podcast. It's something new that I've started doing, and yeah, people seem to like it. All right, this is Roppongi Hills off on our right. Right next to Roppongi Hills is Azabu-Juban, which is kind of a ritzy little neighborhood. We'll cruise on through, and all right, I'll take you to Tokyo Tower. Jeez Louise. And that'll be our terminus. Because I do have some work to do today. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee and a little bit of sun. I want to buy a kiddies pool. We have a roof deck at our house, and I thought it'd be fun to get like a blow-up kiddies pool. If there's any stock, they're probably all sold out by now. This is Azabu-Juban. Are these guys squaring off over here? Looks like they're kind of squaring off. The body language. Yeah. Looked like they were squaring off a bit. Oh dear. These are, yeah. Those are, pretty sure dudes from the underworld. There's a lot of bowing going on back there, and like moshiwakenai, taihen moshiwakenai, I'm so sorry. Something was going on back there. Shoot. Getting a lot of lights here. So this is Azerbaijan right here. Sometimes I work in that building. There's a Imagica theater or a Magica studio there. What, they still have the Christmas decorations on the bus? What is up with that, guys? They do start early here for Christmas, but that's pushing it. There's a G-Wagon. We'll make our way up here. We're just about to Tokyo Tower. Oh, that breeze feels great. Alright, get through here. Try to work our way up to the front. And that's the way you do it. Take a left here. There is an excellent tofu restaurant right here at the base of Tokyo Tower, right here, up here on the left, where you can see this guy walking with the stroller. Just off to the left there. Highly recommend this tofu restaurant. All different types of tofu dishes. It's called Ukai, U-K-A-I. It's not cheap, but it's well worth it. It's a beautiful garden in there. Really nice view of kind of a traditional Japanese garden that you can look at while you're eating, and really nice ambiance. Ukai, check it out. I did a promo for them just the other day, actually. And that's not why I'm telling you about it, but it reminded me how good it is. There's Tokyo Tower. Yep, there's a sign for it. Tofuya Ukai, right there, 200 meters. All right, and this is where we're going to bid our farewells. Let me kind of pull up here in the shade. Just a moment. Yeah, I know I'm wearing shorts, which I should not be wearing on a bike, but sometimes you gotta take risks for comfort. All right, there it is. Let me get out here. I'm gonna turn this off. All righty. You guys see it okay? So way up there at the tippy top is the top deck. And a lot of you already know this, but I'm going to say it anyhow. I am the voice of the audio guide for the Top Deck tour. So when you come to Tokyo Tower next time, make sure you take the Top Deck tour and get the English audio guide. And I will be your host and guide for a spectacular tour in the Tokyo Tower Top Deck. It's an incredible view. This is my favorite view of Tokyo, more so than Skytree. It's just classic. 1958 is when this was built. It's a lovely spot. Yeah. I'm going to take off this helmet, so if you give me a second. Hey, Tedster, thank you. Thank you, sir. Hey, Juju, everybody. Give me a moment while I take this off and we can chat a bit. Hang on a second. Just a moment. I'm gonna unplug you guys a second. All right. Whew. I'm back. How was the ride? Did you guys have a good time? Excuse my flushed face. Actually, I'm putting my glasses on. Be nice to be able to see what you guys are chatting about. Just a moment. Ah, there it is. Scary? That wasn't scary. Come on. I'm glad the signal held out. Yeah, thanks, Ramses. So, as I mentioned, tomorrow I'm probably going to be driving in our car to Kamakura, to the Hase area. And probably around the same time tomorrow I will get there, maybe around 10 o'clock. And we'll do a kind of a walking tour around that town of Hase. And Uegahama is the beach there. Really nice beach. And just a really spiritual, chill area, not far from Tokyo. That's about a hour and a half ride or drive. And by train, you can be there in just over an hour from Ikebukuro. There's a direct train there. You go to Kamakura and then you take a little streetcar to Hase. But really cool area. I think you guys will enjoy it. And when you come to Tokyo, it's worth hitting. Yeah, travel series. So yeah, I mean, I like to do these streams. They're a lot of fun.
I don't always have the time to do it, so that's kind of what we have to deal with. But you know, right, this week is quite dead, to be honest, work-wise. So I've got a lot of free time, and I know a lot of people are unable to come, and I know John feels the same way. We've joked about it in the past, but you know, we know people love to come to Japan, and we live here, so we're happy to share it with you when we can. So yeah. What disappeared? Hello, Johnny Walker, 1977. Munich, Muhen, as they say in Japanese. Muhen. I don't wear glasses when I ride. I wear glasses just for reading. So, yeah, to read like text like this, it's a lot easier with glasses. So, yeah, anyhow. Well, I'm glad you guys came along. Thank you so much. And hopefully we will be able to catch. Did I miss somebody here? Hang on a second. Tetsu, yeah, I said. Tetsu writes, fare thee well. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Cheers, guys. You guys have a great evening or day wherever you are, and hopefully catch you tomorrow. I will send out a announcement if it's happening, but most likely I'm going to go there tomorrow. So yeah. Ciao, guys. Thanks so much. One last shot. There it is. Crane your heads way back. All right. Ciao for now, guys.